Hi YouTube, it's your girl Trisha G back again with another banger. Yeah, it's Trisha G on your screen right now. It's a Wednesday today, and well, the one of those days where you don't know how the day passed you, but the day just passed you by, and like you were like suppressing how you're feeling, but then you know how you're feeling, but you're not really aware of it. That was today. Today was a weird day. But yeah, I'm feeling kind of anxious, nervous. But anyway, we're gonna get right into the video after this intro so we can talk a little bit about my journey part two. Journey part two, babies. I'll see you after this. So yes, we're back again. So yeah, I was saying that it's a typical Wednesday, right? And part of my journey, I've been noticing something, like sometimes, yes, everyone has something going on around them. People are going to work, people are going to school, others have part-time jobs, some people are self-employed and everything like that. I get that, sharp. But have you ever wondered, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, nobody knows what we're doing. We're told, go to school, get your degree. Don't get your degree. Get into social media, get into the entertainment. You'll be successful. You'll do this. Go into art. Art is good as well. We've got all these other careers, these different careers, if I may say. Go get educated on this. Go learn for this. Go to an artisan school. Go do everything like that. Like, it's not the way that I see it. It's like, what are we doing? Nobody has a definite answer. Like, what are we doing? We're paying to stay on earth. Like, do you realize you're paying on to stay on earth, an earth that God made? We're paying to stay here. We get a family, get married, get children. What are we doing? Like, I know what we're doing. We're building a life. We're enjoying our lives. We creating our careers so we can have money to enjoy our lives, go on vacation, build a family, have children, create a better future for our future generations, and all that, and get educated so we can have science and all these other fields, commerce, commercial services, lawyers, businesses, everything like that. But like, have you ever asked yourself, like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? Because none of us, there's no manual to like work life, like to navigate through it. Like, there's literally nothing. Everybody's like trying their best, go get that money, secure the bag, everything like that. But there's like literally nothing that's guaranteeing that where you're going is the right way. And I feel like that's what makes a lot of us question. It makes a lot of us question where we're going, because it's so difficult to know where you're going, where you can't see the end of the light, right? You everything is going south, or everything is might be going good, but you have this feeling in your heart or in your stomach that's like, where am I going? Like, what am I even doing at this point? Yes, I've achieved this, or I haven't achieved this. There's so many questions. Like, when you achieve something, it's like, oh, but I haven't achieved enough. I need to achieve this. Yes, it's something small, but we don't realize our achievements in the moment. We don't realize them. Sometimes we feel like frauds. Like, okay, yes, I've achieved this, but what have I actually achieved? You get me? Because sometimes you may come across a situation where you feel like you haven't achieved anything so far. You're like, damn, I'm such a failure and everything. But mind you, you've achieved so many things in the past. In an interview that I once had, a job interview last year, the woman who was interviewing me, she told me that, the achievements you've gotten in your past, they matter to you personally. They matter to you personally, but they don't matter to people around you in the present time. Do you know why? Because the past you makes you who you are right now, but everybody is like in the present. Everybody's in the present in terms of what are you achieving now. So if you're not necessarily achieving anything right now, it makes you look like, okay, yes, you've done all this and all that, but you're going to be meeting new people every single time, and you can talk about your past achievements, but what are you actually doing right now? And that's something that I feel like a lot of the circumstances around us Hi. I feel like a lot of the circumstances around us keep us questioning in terms of exactly where are we going. Different people in different stages of their lives. Take for example married people or people who are about to get married. They get married and everybody congratulates them, and everyone comes to their wedding and everybody is there to celebrate with them. But I feel like so many get caught up into the build up and they don't get necessarily knowledge on what it is that happens once you get married, because no one's there. Everyone's around you when things are good, or when things are going in a way that it's time to celebrate them. But once the celebration is over and you sit with yourself or you sit with your partner and you're married, it's like now everybody's gone, right? Now it's up to you. Your marriage may fail or it may succeed, but nobody's gonna know if you made it succeed or if you made it fail. No one knows the struggles that you are going through in the middle of that, right? Because it's between you and your partner. It's just the two of you, right? But whether it succeeds, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we're celebrating your 50th anniversary. Whoa, yes, go you." They don't know your struggles. The same way, if you get divorced, they'll be like, "Oh, you didn't put enough into it. You didn't put enough into it," and they don't know your struggles into it. They don't know if you actually put in the time for it. They don't know if you took the time and actually made that marriage work. Even if you lost your self identity in the process, you feel me? Same way I am right now. Everybody's busy with their lives. People are seeing the end result. You get me? But the journey. This is why I call this the my journey to my identity part 2, because the journey there, it's so important. Yes, we're always looking for like the end result. Oh, I'm going to be a doctor. Oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be in the high court. I'm going to be in parliament. I'm going to be on a podcast. I'm going to meet Beyonce, if that's your ambition. I'm going to do this. I'm going to um get my degree. The journey there is like something that I always try to, when they say trust the process and you're in the process of something, the journey for me is so important. One of my favorite songs of all time, okay, not all time, I'm not like 50, but my favorite songs of since I was a small child is Miley Cyrus, The Climb. That song, she says, it's not about how fast I get there. It's not about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Meaning it's the journey, it's the climb. It's the time where you're like, am I doing it right? Why is this going wrong? Why am I procrastinating? It's the journey heading there. Something that I always find myself experiencing is that once I achieve something or once I reach my goal, right? Like I'm nearing the end of my degree right now. Not nearing the end because I'm only going to graduate next year, but I'm drawing near. Like the race is getting closer and closer for me to graduate. You feel me? And it's the journey, because everything that I've achieved from primary going to high school, I'll be like, oh, I want to finish primary. I want to go to high school. Oh, if I can just get my certificate. Oh, if I can just get my degree. Every time I achieve something, while I was doing some of my mentorship programs at my school, at varsity, I was always like, oh, I have to like be a mentor. I have to like get into this society. I have to do this. But the journey there is so important, because what I've experienced so much is that once I achieve that, once I get that mentorship, once I get that position, once I graduate, once I get my degree, it feels like I'm not deserving. I think the reason why is because the journey going there, it feels as if I went through so many fails to get there. You get me? But I'm not also considering all the times where the fails didn't happen and all the good things happened for me to actually reach that part. And so becomes a question of, if my journey was better, would I have better appreciated my end, my achievement? Say you go to being a doctor and it's like fucking 7, 8, 9 years, right? And you get your medical PhD, right? You get your PhD, you become Doctor Who, right? But you feel like you don't deserve it. because there were days where you wanted to give up. There were days where you didn't feel like yourself. You saw everybody wake up and you were like, I just want to go in bed. Times when you went to class, you weren't even paying attention. Your eyes were fast asleep. They were closing. Like, you think of all those things and you're like, am I really deserving of this? But let me tell you, would you think that you were more deserving of it if the opposite had happened? If you woke up every day fully bright, fully happy, and nothing went wrong, would you feel that you had suffered through it? That's the thing about humans. We contradict ourselves so much because we always trying to make ourselves happy and make people happy around us. But you know what's the one thing? As much as you try to make others happy, and as much as you try to please others and satisfy others and their thoughts of what they want you to be or what they think of you, nothing beats when you satisfy yourself. When you're like, oh, I'm so happy I finished my assignment today. Oh, I'm so happy I did my test today. There's nothing more satisfying than when you do something for yourself. Especially when a lot of people, they put their celebrations and their achievements out there and they're like, oh, I got this, I got this, I got this. And people celebrate them, yes. And you there, you don't necessarily share everything, but you content within yourself because you know that I'm doing it. I'm achieving within, you get me? So the whole purpose of today's video was, it's one of those days. It's one of those days where I don't feel like carrying on. I don't feel like doing that. It feels like another day has just passed me by and I haven't done anything, and so many things have went by without me necessarily acknowledging them. And something that I always try to do whenever I'm feeling like this, I let myself have this day. I let myself have this day because I'm a person who is either really, really productive or really, really lazy. I'm never in between the two. I'll be lazy for like 2, 3 days or maybe a week, and then I'll be productive for the very same amount of days that I was lazy. I would make up for it. It's giving bipolar vibes. But, um, yeah, today was just about that. I feel like I needed to vent in terms of my day, and this was where I'm at my lowest. So if anyone else is like not feeling themselves today, or any other day, in fact, whichever day that you get to watch this, and you're not feeling yourself, and you just look everything around you and like, where am I going, what am I doing? Okay, yeah, so the camera got cut. Some parts didn't record, but yeah, this was just me venting and trying to get everything in line, in order, because today was just one of those days that didn't feel myself, didn't feel like I knew where I was going, and everything just, phew, you get me? So yeah, I hope that you'll tune in for Journey to My Identity Part 3, and that more videos will come where you'll watch and you'll work on this journey with me and even discover yourself at the same time. So thank you for watching, YouTube. Bye, my boo boos. Until next time, I'll see you soon.